Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about DoorDash. In particular, we're going to talk about their recent earnings, results, and where's price relative to price action in general. So before we get into the charts, let's quickly look at this article. It is coming from investing.com, and what you can see is that DoorDash beat analyst revenue and adjusted EBITDA expectations for the quarter and produced solid revenue growth. Overall, the quarter's results seemed fairly positive, but the outlook was less than exciting. And it's all about not what you have done for me lately, but what are you about to do for me. So, what in particular did they say about the outlook? They said next quarter's market gross order value guidance was just in line, and adjusted EBITDA guidance missed. And so that was the result for the stock crashing roughly $15. Now what you can see is I do have a weekly bias level at 107, and you can see how price crashed, dipped this toe at the top of this zone, and bounced back $3. Now part of that was some profit taking, but also I'm going to say part of that was you had buyers that saw the price, which was roughly just a couple days prior to $130, sell off to about 1010. And let's zoom out to the weekly chart so we can look at that zone. All right, so the basis of the zone was you had a rally in price, although this is a red candle. The origin of the move higher starts from this level here, right? And actually, this pullback is a reaction to this zone here. This is another weekly buy level, which happened to work. Let me just get that box. Okay, so same premise. Some structured zones are better than others. So you had a rally in price, one basing candle, and then the rally out, right? This is a gap. So this is a green candle as well. So what happens? Price pulls back into this weekly buyer zone and then shoots higher, right? So the basis would be, and so this is the impulse move, pullback, impulse move, pullback. Question is this zone going to work? Well, we saw price did react to it. Now I would anticipate price penetrating the zone a bit deeper to get those remaining unfilled orders filled at some point. But nevertheless, let's look at the structure. You have a rally in price, two basing candles, and then the rally out. And what happened on this weekly candle? Price came back down into that zone once and then a second time. So this definitely tells you that there are buyers at this level waiting to get into the stock. Right now, what one can say is that on this crash, price formed weekly sellers. Now, why do I say that? Well, you have a drop in price, one basing candle, and then the drop. So this is a drop, base, drop, leg in, base candle, leg out, right? So we're going to mark these two levels. Weekly buyers at 93, say 50. And we're going to have weekly sellers at 132. All right, so let's go down to the daily chart once again. Now, the price structure is not great on the daily chart, but nevertheless you have to respect the level as it worked once and then twice. On the seller side, again, I'm not in love with the structure, but on a high time frame, it doesn't look that bad. And the question is the uptrend still intact or is it over? Well, you still have your longer term moving averages pointing up. And so you could also look at the monthly chart. One can say that as long as the price continues to respect this uptrend line, that's another metric to say that the uptrend is still intact. Now, one interesting level of interest is the $140 level, right? You had support, now resistance. This weekly sales level is also a resistance level as well. All right, nevertheless, there's your analysis on DoorDash. Here are your levels of interest. And let's see how things go over the coming weeks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.